Hello, I'm Shane van der Vostenbosch, and we've been selling temperature loggers for 18 years. And when I first came across temperature loggers 18 years ago, I thought they were the best thing since sliced bread. I thought they could just automate everything. So instead of having nurses checking temperatures twice a day, writing down the min-max, temperature loggers would just automate everything. And when something did go wrong, they'd have all the results there to be making great decisions. And to a very large degree, temperature loggers have allowed people to do that. And so fast forward 18 years, and what we find is that almost everywhere has a temperature logger nowadays. But what we've also discovered is that over those 18 years, they're starting to introduce more and more headaches. So the biggest headache that we're finding is that a lot of nurses are expected to take a temperature logger out of the fridge, take it back to the reader and download the results once or twice a day. Now, it used to take 5 seconds to write down a minimum maximum temperature reading, but it takes a minute or two to grab the logger, download the results and put it back in the fridge. And so instead of saving time, temperature loggers are wasting time. On top of that, when the results are needed most, so when there's been a breach, quite often what we find, or too often, is that the logger hasn't been restarted after it's been downloaded. And so right at that time when you need the results most, they're just not there. Also, it's introduced the problem that when a staff member goes away, suddenly someone else is responsible for downloading the results and they just don't know what they're doing. And so we're finding that we're getting these support calls for a product that should have been making life easier, instead becomes a headache for people at various times. And so it makes you wonder, why can't technology nowadays just automate everything? Why is it possible that I can have a watch that will monitor my heart and I don't have to think about it? Why is it that if someone is having bacon and eggs for breakfast, I'll be notified about it straight away on Facebook, and yet I can't be told what's happening in my fridge? And so that's why we set about trying to come up with a really simple, fully automated solution for monitoring temperature. And we came up with Clever Logger. So what happens with Clever Logger is that instead of having a logger in the fridge that you have to pull out and take back to the computer all the time, it's just a device that sits in your fridge and it'll automatically upload all the results up to a cloud server. And so from there, if there's any problems, we can notify you straight away on your phone or send you an email. So what that means is that you don't have to go to your fridge to check the temperatures. It's doing that automatically all the time for you. It means that if you want to know what the temperature of your fridge is, all you have to do is jump on your phone and have a look. Much like, what is the weather today? The results are sitting there right on your phone. And more importantly, when something does go wrong, rather than finding out when you walk up to your fridge to look at it, you'll be told straight away, which means that you've got a chance to fix it before things become really, really bad. That's fixed up a lot of the problems, but you still got the issue of this reporting compliance. You still have to run reports to find out what's happening. Well, with Clever Logger, you don't have to do that anymore, because every day, every week, every month, whatever you decide you want, we'll automatically send you a report. So you don't have to run reports anymore. But that just means that your inbox is going to be cluttered up with reports. So we thought, no, there's a better solution for that. We will actually change the title of the email so you know whether or not it's an important thing or whether or not it's just a mundane report. So as soon as something goes wrong, you're going to get an email. It's going to say, urgent, you've got a problem. Or we'll send you a report that just says, hey, here's another report, look at it whenever you feel like it. So we've automated the downloading of the temperatures, we've automated the notification to you, and we've automated the reporting, which means that when it comes to the Clever Logger system, what you have to do is absolutely nothing. It's there just running all the time in the background, doing everything that you're meant to do, which allows you to then forget about temperature loggers and to start focusing on the patient. And that's really what you want to be doing. So let's actually make life easier. Let's get all the benefits that we should have had 18 years ago, and let's get it happening now. So Clever Logger, give us a call, 1300 30 33 34, or email sales@cleverlogger.com.au, and we'll find out how we can help you. Thank you.